As explained in the previous video, this is where you travel to your first island, so you head towards the blue square on the radial. Your first island to visit is actually the radio tower, which you can see us coming into view of in just a moment. As you can see, it is directly in front of us. I'm going to walk you through all of the notes to pick up on this island, as well as the blueprints and anything else you can pick up whilst you're there. The first two zones to visit on the radio tower are A1 and A2. As you can see, there is a little A1 sign to the right of my screen that you've just missed. This is where you can pick up various supplies underwater. You do have to obviously be aware of your air pocket, which is what's above me on my screen. I do have to jump up a few times to pick up some air, but there are crates under the water that you can pick up. So I popped back up for some more air, and then I went into the other building, which would have been A2, which you're going to see me approach in just a moment. Now in A2, if you go around the back, you will see a briefcase at the top of the stairs. That is your first clue to pick up, and there's a bit of audio that does speak to you, talks you through all the notes. Unfortunately, I do not have the audio for this video, but if you do want to hear the audio, just tune into the game, pick up that briefcase, and it will read the entire note out for you. Once you have listened to this audio, you need to head up to the next level, which is going to be B1. Once you have jumped up from the water, you need to find B1, which you will see me find in just a moment. There is a few bits on the top that you can read as well, so there are a couple of interesting areas to just have a quick read of if you are interested. I believe this is B3, so you're going to see me look for B1, which is over here. If you head into B1, there's a few things you can pick up, including plastics, and if you run all the way around the corner to here, there is another note for you to pick up, and it will read the same again to you. Once you have picked up the note, you can head towards B2 and B3, and I'm not sure whether there was anything in these rooms, but they are two rooms you can have a quick look in, so you will see me investigate both rooms just in case there is anything else to pick up, because you never know what you're going to find. So there was nothing in the first room we went into, so we thought we'd check the other one just in case there was a crate or anything that we could pick up. but I don't believe there was much at all. A few pieces of plastic and a few pieces of scrap, but everything helps when you're doing a game like this, so I would recommend you pick up anything you find. Now we are going to head upstairs towards C1, which is the next level up. As you can tell, they go A, B, C, D and E. There are 5 floors, if you see what I mean, in total. So we're heading towards C1, which at this point we'd gone the wrong side because this was C2. So we decided to go all the way back down and go to C1. In C1, you need to find a few things, and I'm going to talk you through those things once we get to C1, just to show you. So in C1, you need to head in and you need to go left through this door. Now you're going to see a blueprint on the table for a headlight. You're going to need that later. There is also a note on the wall. Excuse the fact I've had to eat something really quickly. I noticed that my health was going down. Then thought, it's my water. So I had to take a bit of water as well. There is a note on the wall that I pick up, as you can see. And there will also be some more items to the right, which you will see me also pick up as well. I believe the item on the right that you're going to see in a minute actually helps you towards your next bit. Oh no, it's not in that room. My mistake. So we ended up popping to check everywhere else. There's a crate under the stairs, which I said I would pick up because I believed I'd got enough space. It gave me a metal spear, and I believe Andy got a metal spear in the other crate that we'd picked up before. So hopefully we've got some metal spears that will help us fight some enemies. Not that this is in normal mode, it is in peaceful mode. But you understand the concept. We are then going to sneak across and go back towards C2 because you never know what you're going to find. So we head towards C2 and then I will run you through D1 upwards. Once you manage to parkour your way up to D1, if you enter the room of D1, you will see a note as soon as you stroll through the door, which is what you're about to see me do in just a moment. Once you go through that door, you pick up the note that's on the counter, and I believe there are a few other items that you may or may not be able to pick up. Here is the note in front of you. We checked this room to make sure there was nothing else before heading up to E1. Once we have made our way from D1 up the stairs to what will be E1, you have to jump up the box and things that are up here. So we jump up the box, which takes us up to E level, into the actual radio tower itself. So there are a few bits of jumping to do in this bit, but at least you get up to the final level, which is E1. A little bit of parkour in front of you here. Once you get up to the top of the stairs and you go through the doorway, you are going to see a few things. There is a person in the corner, which we speak to just afterwards. We've just picked up a recycler blueprint and another note. There is a crate up here, which I recommend you pick up. I was just checking if there was anything else in this room. So you pick up the crate, which may or may not have items that you can pick up in. I was just checking my inventory space at this point. So once you've picked up the crate, you need to speak to Tala, who's in the corner, and she will do her speech to you. There will be a note that I believe is on the board on the right, which you will see me pick up, and that gives you the clue for the next island. Once you are back on your raft, if you go onto the research table and input your blueprints, it will show you two things to learn. The first will be your recycler, and I don't think it shows you the headlight, but we learnt the recycler and that will come in handy at a later point of the game. Now that you have your code in your book as well, you need to input that code onto the little digit system next to your receiver, which is what you're going to see me do. I did have to move the sail out of the way for this, but you need to enter that code, which is 1125. So you'll see me move the sail and then enter the code, and that is your next destination, which will pop up as a blue square on your receiver. If you enjoyed my guide of the radio tower, please feel free to subscribe and look forward to many, many more tutorial videos on how to do the raft story. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.